Boom! Welcome to another edition of the Wednesday Night TMP Show. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. We had a pretty awesome weekend. We got a lot of work done. I was teaching all weekend. It was pretty crazy. And we were building, and we were painting, and we were running 2 different matches. Epic. How was your weekend? What did you do all weekend?
Work.
Isn't that our song? Work. It's Casey's song.
Work.
Casey won't be here. She's working. I can see her working on the database right now. She's actually plugging in all the QT's information from the SHOT Show match, which was level 3. The Mike Foot Memorial Pistol match, level 3, so she needs those scores. And then the SHOT Show match, level 3, so people that don't have a level 4 get a QT interim into the Safariland level 4. All kinds of stuff going on. We posted a video on the USSL on YouTube. If you didn't go and check it out, it talks about QTs and it explains 100% how the qualification title system is working right now and how it is no longer across the board and only by division. And it explains a whole lot of details about how people with level 1 and level 2 QTs or an interim level 3 QT will be able to compete for those medals at Safariland coming up in less than 2 weeks. Tani, how many medals have you ordered for this event? Do you even know?
The list was so long that I just didn't really count the total.
Oh, hundreds. Over
because
100.
we have multi-gun and we have pistol.
Multi-gun, pistol, and we're doing medals for the night match, and there's QT medals, so there's marksman, sharpshooter, expert, times 8 divisions. Hundreds. Over 100. 100 and something medals. Plus trophies, plus more than 100. Easily over 100.
Some plaques, some trophies.
Plaques, trophies, medals, QT medals, high overall medals.
Different colors.
What'd you do, ladies? Medals, high overall medals, plaques? Juniors,
medals.
seniors, more medals. Medals. We're just going to ring you guys up like Michael Phelps. We'll just have a line of medals on you. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see. So, what's up, Bill? How's it going? First one here. Jeremy West, what the heck are you doing here? Go enjoy your night and tell Miss Claire we said happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Claire.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Claire. Happy birthday to you. And many more. How's that go?
Or as my 3-year-old niece would sing, happy birthday to her.
Frank, what's up? Trevor, what's going on? Patrick, Sean, Ben. Adam Reiser, how's it going, brother? Haven't seen you guys, but you've been out rock climbing, snow climbing, ice climbing, hiking, skiing, all kinds of fun stuff. Good for you. Stoked. Lance, Brian, out there this weekend helping us out there all week, giving us a hand, getting ready for the 2019 Safariland Expedition, and that's what it says right there at the top. It's all things EMG. So, if you have questions, get on here. If you got a friend that's been asking you questions, tell them to get on here. If you got someone that's been trying to hit us up on like some Facebook Messenger, backdoor, this to that, we run like 7 different Facebooks. It's really hard to keep up with all the messengers. You can go to the United Shooting Sports League's website and you can find my email and my phone number. Best ways to contact me. If you want to ask me a direct question, I'm here for you. But leading up to a major match, I'm on the range, or I'm teaching, or I'm in the office, and a lot of times I can't answer the phone. So send me a text message or send me an email, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And if we need to talk on the phone, send me a text message, and we'll schedule up a phone conversation, and we'll get on the phone. And a lot of time, phone conversations for me, they take like an hour because I like to talk. See, because I'm talking.
Yep.
So, what's up, Jeremy? What's he saying?
Good evening. Getting ready to go to the Knights game with the birthday girl. Go Knights, go.
Go Knights, go.
It should be a good one tonight. We're going to watch
Who are we playing?
when this gets off. The Flames. The #1 team in our division. So,
Gabriel here again. Greetings from Argentina. Michael Kelly. He has 20 different phones. No, only 3. All the other phones, the phones that are connected to cameras, those are old phones. They don't work anymore, Michael. They don't count. If they don't ring on the cell network, they don't count. Blair Cooper, what's he doing here? He should be out working. Go do something, Coop. Don't you got work to do? Did you notice a new stage, Coop? There's a new version of stages. I saved them. What you're going to see is some updates on the dumps and pickups, using all of the 45s whenever possible for dumps. I think there's only 4 trash cans in the match, and they're doubles, there's 2 on each stage, because of the amount of options that are going to go on in those stages. So, yeah, I put that in, and I also put in your some more penalty targets in hardcover. So a couple penalty.
Did you say s'more?
What's that?
Did you say s'mores?
S'mores.
S'mores.
There's a couple penalty targets on every stage, and there is a right diagonal hardcover on every stage, just about. So there's some stuff out there, but I didn't go crazy with hardcovers. You don't got to paint a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but we do got to get some stuff up. So, what's up, Carrie? What's up? What's up? What's up? What do you guys got? You got any questions for us? We're going to talk about prizes. We're going to talk about prizes. We just did. What did we just do?
We did some unboxing videos, filmed a couple episodes.
I will try to get those edited up.
Guys.
I'll get those edited up and put out this weekend and before the match, so you guys can see some of the cool prizes.
Really good.
That you're bidding for.
Really good price table stuff from companies such as Surefire, Elfman, Tactical,
You want to read down the whole list?
I mean, I could
do it. Do it. Just read the names. Go.
Surefire, MGM Targets, Liberty Lubricants, Vortex, Ruger, Savage, Magpul, Multicam, Hogue, Titan Ballistics, Sig Sauer, Glock, EOTech, Seekins. The National Guard is sponsoring a stage. That's awesome. Elfman Tactical, Tactical Taylor, Burris, Seekins, and, you know, of course, that little company called Safariland.
That little company called Safariland. Yeah, there'll be all kinds of cool stuff. I know right now, based on we're still missing a few things, just haven't got here yet, which is very normal. So they'll be here in time for the prize table. But I can tell you right now, based off of everything that's been inventoried and everything that Mr. Paul Taylor has been helping get into position, because he's the guy that always does such a great job at that, though. So he hates that I make him do it, but I make him do it. Yeah, good job, Paul. He's probably not watching. There's over $75,000 on the prize table right now, and that's missing a series of prizes. It's missing a couple different companies of prizes. So we're over $75,000 right now. I know last year we made it to somewhere around 80 or 90. I think that's going to be very easily attained again this year. So getting up there pretty close once we fill in the last few sponsors. Yeah, we're looking at really close to a 1K, 100K prize table for the 2019 Safariland Expedition. So huge thanks to all the sponsors for supporting the match. Obviously, Safariland for going out and getting a lot of these sponsors and taking care of the match and doing such a great job with it. We can't thank them enough, and we can't thank you guys enough for coming to the match and getting ready to have a great time. It's going to be the biggest one ever, the biggest stages ever, the most difficult one ever. It's definitely going to be a little more challenging, guys. We'll talk about that if you guys have questions. Again, I've been mentioning in the vlogs about some information you might want to know about your PCCs, about zeros, about target distances, about target size. There's 13 slugs in the target, but if you want to know some information about those distances, go check out one of the vlogs on United Shooting Sports League's YouTube page. You'll be able to check that out.
I don't want to say this wrong.
What?
Geisley?
Geisley. Triggers.
Okay.
Yep, the cool triggers. So we got Elfman triggers, we got Geisley triggers, we'll have skyships from Seekins. We got 19 firearms currently on the prize table. 19 guns. I know I've been to quite a lot of matches over the last decade, and I've been to a few of them that didn't have any firearms on the prize table. So when you've got Safariland going out there and getting companies to ship us over some actual guns and some certs, it's pretty cool. Don't forget, if you get an actual firearm off the prize table, the transfers are going to be done through Wild West Guns. And Wild West Guns is a MIP sponsor, and they will not be charging you fees for your transfers. Transfer fees, normal stuff like that. They will be charging you a small fee for shipping. I don't want to quote it perfectly, but I'm pretty sure, and you were there, I'm pretty sure if it's a long gun it's $40, and if it's a handgun it's $25, and it's just covering their shipping costs, guys. They are covering all the fees, all the paperwork, all that good stuff. So can't appreciate them. Wild West Guns, another MIP sponsor, can't appreciate them enough. And outside of just being a MIP sponsor, just supplying the team. Michael Kelly's out there with us all the time building matches. Jeremy West is now helping me teach. Michael Kelly was an assistant instructor this past weekend when we needed an extra body on the line just for safety for a really large class. And he no problem, stepped up, out there helping us build, driving all the way across town for these big major matches. And we do so many of them, and they're always here for us. And then they're going to be here stage manager and senior stage managing stages. And then you're going to see them on the prize table. You're going to see them at the shoot-offs. And when it's all said and done, you're going to see them working. So if you see Wild West Guns in their big Wild West Gun jerseys, go over there, shake their hands, give them a high five, pat them on the back, and thank them for everything that they do for iScope, Silver State Practical Shooting Club, USSL, and the major matches that we put on. What's that? Who had hair? What's going on?
Hair?
All right, go
Who
back.
doesn't have hair?
What's going down this line?
Hello, Mike Bauer. That's why he doesn't have hair. Are they talking about you? Or Coop? Or Paul?
Wow.
Carrie Palmer, questions about interim titles. Example, someone is a pro at level 3, but finishes high expert. Would the medal, or would they have to win pro?
Okay. Just read it to me, because I'm trying to read it and listen to you.
I did.
Read the question.
I just did.
Do it again.
Example, someone is a pro at level 3.
Okay. And they're coming to a level 4 event.
But finishes high expert.
Okay.
Would they medal, I guess, as an expert, he's asking?
Negative.
Or would they have to win pro?
They would have to win pro. So, when you come to an event, Carrie, and the rest of you guys out there, you come to the event as either the current title that you are carrying at that level in that division. Okay? So, if somebody's coming to a level 4 event as a level 4 pro, they're bidding for high overalls or pro titles. If they don't have a level 4 QT, then their level 3 QT is their interim into the event. And if they're an interim pro, then again, they're fighting for the high overalls and those pro medals. But as soon as they come to that level 4 event as a pro, and they're bidding for those events, now of course that's when you rise to the occasion, and that's when you shoot the best match you've ever shot in your life, and earn one of those top 3 pro medals, which is something that we're doing. It's new. What a lot of people have only seen is marksman sharpshooter expert medals. A few people have seen semi-pro medals, and at this event we have pro medals. So we have marksman sharpshooter expert, semi-pro, and pro medals, including on top of the trophies and the plaques and the division and the class medals, category medals, and things like that. So now let's back to your question. So said shooter comes as a pro, he fights as hard as he can, but he finishes as expert. He is now a level 4 expert. He's still a level 3 pro, but he's now a level 4 expert. And that's the way the system's going to work, because as you shoot at your local club, level 1, or your state level, level 2, or your district level, level 3, or all the way up to that full national level, you will probably be higher classed at the lower levels than you will be at the higher levels, unless you're a level 4 pro, which means you're probably going to be a level 4 or a level pro across the board once you earn all those titles. But so you now have made it to level 4 and you become an expert. Now, since there's no coins for level 3 yet, that individual will be coming with no coin. And if he's came with no coin, he'll be leaving with an expert coin. So a level 4 expert coin. My goal would be that possibly this year to do level 3 coins and start doing a whole nother series of coins for level 3, and then maybe in 2020 a whole nother series of coins for level 2. But that would basically mean that that individual, if they only had a level 3 and they brought that pro level 3 to a level 4 event, they would be competing for the medals in that interim QT, and then they would leave with a level 4 expert, with a level 4 expert coin, and probably not winning a medal. Possibly an overall or something like that. You never know what could happen, but that's basically how that's going to work. Hope that answers your question. Jeremy, what's up?
Hey,
if it doesn't, ask it differently. But I did explain it all, and I can tell you right now that the way we're doing it is Casey's working really hard to update all the sheets And then on the registration form, we have all the way down the line. So it says level 4 QT. So if they already have one in that division, we're going to put down their QT. That is right there. So a lot of people have wrote in what they think that they are, or what they thought that they were, or what they were in another division. And so we're going to do the research, and we're going to do all the work that's necessary. My whole team's going to work into the evenings and do what we got to do to make sure it's correct. So if you come with a level 4, then we're going to be using that level 4. And if you come with no level 4 but a level 3, we're going to be using that level 3. If you don't have a level 3, we'll use your level 3 interim, meaning you only have 1 score of your 2 scores at level 3. If you don't have a level 3 score at all, we're going to be going to level 2. We'll use your full level 2 QT. If you don't have a level 2 QT, we'll use your level 2 interim, meaning you need 3 scores at level 2. We will use, if you only have 1 or you have 2, we'll average those 2, come up with an interim for you, and you'll be using that. And if you don't have any of those, you'll be using your level 1. So if at your home club, you're a local expert in tac optics, when you come to this match and you shoot tac optics, you are an expert and you are fighting for expert medals. Hopefully you rise to the occasion and win one of those expert medals and qualify at this level 4 event as an expert, get yourself an expert coin, and cruise on out of here. Who knows? Maybe you qualify as a semi-pro. Maybe you get a semi-pro coin. You still win that high expert medal because you came here as an interim expert. So you still win that high expert medal. You get that semi-pro QT at level 4. You get that semi-pro coin, and now you go home and start working hard to become a pro. Right?
Are you following? Are you keeping up with this? 'Cause
did you get lost? You're sitting right next to me.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm with you.
All right.
I'm on it.
All right. Keep going.
Carrie gets it. That's what I thought. Just wanted to verify. Paul is the one they're referring to as lost all of his hair.
Oh.
And high five to Wild West Guns.
High five to Wild West Guns. High five to JB. JB came out this past week, helped us kill it out there on the range, doing so much good stuff for Pro Gun Club. When you see him around the range, thank him so much for all of his help out there, helping us build the matches and having a good time. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Greg Hayes, what's up? Michael Kelly, is that an angel or?
I think his brain just exploded.
Because as I rattled off the QT stuff.
Yeah.
Michael Kelly, let's use you an example. Let's use Michael Kelly as an example, without pulling.
That's fun.
I could try to pull it.
An example of like what you should do,
that was
what
mean.
You shouldn't do.
That's mean, Tony. Why are you being mean to Michael Kelly? I was gonna be legit, because I know Michael Kelly probably has. He might have a level 3 QT. He might have a level 4 QT. He might have level 1 QT, and he might have all of those in the division that he's shooting. So, Michael Kelly, do you have a local club level 1 QT in limited? I know you're shooting limited, so you probably have a QT in limited. Do you have a level 3 QT in limited, which is 2 scores? Or do you just have a level 3 interim, which is just 1 score, which you could have got at the SHOT Show match? Or do you already have a level 4 QT in limited? And if you do, what is it? Let us know. And Michael Kelly, ha ha ha, here we go.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Where's that cool folder you got over there while we wait for Michael Kelly to route? What you got over there?
You want to pick something off the pile?
We're gonna, while we're here hanging out, talking everything 2019 Safariland Expedition, Tony has a file full of cool things that she would like to show you for the prize table. Sort of a little unboxing while we're doing the live TMP show.
Unfolding, if you will.
Unfolding, if you will. What's in the folder?
What's in the folder?
Well, because a lot of times we get on here and we really hope that we can preach as much information as possible out to you guys. Obviously, you guys know I talk too much as it is. And if there's questions, you guys can get on here and ask them, and we can do our best to answer them. But while we're waiting, what you got right there?
So I don't think I will be pulling these in any particular order, but first on the pile is, let's take it out of the plastic.
It'll probably show up on the screen. Boom, look at that. What you got? 3 of them.
Can you see that? 3
The man's signature on them.
Signed by yours truly, Barry Duke.
Barry Duke, the man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Everything you guys have always done for us over the years and continue to do for us. Here's 3 search for suppressors for the prize table at the 2019 Safariland Expedition Multigun. Boom! Some 3 top finishers are going to be looking for some of those.
They also sent us a couple other boxes of products, so not just the certs. You'll see that in a YouTube video.
Yeah. I think that the only person putting that heart up there is Bill.
Oh.
That just seems like something Bill would do. That was a lot of hearts.
Um,
And I think I saw a blue fishbowl fly by.
I don't think we're going to get any explanation from Michael Kelly other than yes.
I think Michael Kelly's on the way to a hockey game. We'll let him go hang out, watch hockey, and
Okay.
have a good time.
So what were you going to use him as an example for?
I was just going to try to pull up his QT stuff, and we use Paul. Paul's in the other room. We can make him an example.
I'll make an example out of Paul. Greg says, cans.
Paul, are you watching this? Are you watching this in here?
I doubt it. I don't see his name, do you? Okay, we got some info. Level 4 expert. Level 3 interim expert for limited and TAC. Level 1 pro.
Is this Michael Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he's already a level 4 expert, then he is coming as an expert, and he'll be shooting as an expert. He'll be bidding for those expert medals, and he'll be working hard to move up to the next level at the match. So he's easy. Now, if he did not have that level 4 expert, he would have that level 3 interim, meaning he has 1 score at level 3, and that's also expert. So that's pretty good. And then, of course, he's the local pro, which is absolutely awesome.
Yep.
It's exactly the way the system was designed to work. Michael Kelly is one of the best shooters at our local club, shooting limited. When you come shoot a multi-gun match, he's one of the guys you're going to be going after. So if you're a new shooter and you show up to your local club, and your local club has marksman, sharpshooters, experts, and semi-pros and pros, and you're brand new, and you start shooting, and you're going to try to catch those marksmen, and you catch those marksmen, and you try to catch those sharpshooters, well, that guy, Michael Kelly, he's already at the top, so you got to catch him. So you got to work hard, train hard, be motivated, ask him questions. I guarantee he's going to give you mostly good answers, and then fight your way up to that local level pro, and that's a pretty cool moment, and that's a pretty cool thing. It's exactly the way the system's supposed to work, guys. A couple of people have been hitting me up talking about sandbagging the system and things like that. And realistically, to sandbag the interim system, you would have to go to your local club, and you would have to just tank stages, like not shoot well. So it's not like you went to one stage and didn't shoot it well. You would have to go to your local match and just shoot poorly all day. Does that sound like fun?
That sounds like a waste of ammo.
Sounds like a waste of ammo. So, I mean, yes, okay, is there a way to modify and game and evolve, or not evolve, wrong word, but I don't want to use other bad words. Is there a way to do that with any system? Of course there is, guys. And we believe very, very, very deeply that people have the ability to figure out ways around things, but there's just no reason to in this system. It sets you up so that you can shoot at a very, very high level at your local club against competition that you're around all the time, and then when you go to bigger matches, you have to rise to the occasion and fight for those awards against people from all over the country. And that's the way the system's supposed to work, and we're super stoked to see it evolving. This will be the first time we probably will be doing like almost a full medal system. So with let's just take TAC for instance. There's enough shooters in TAC and enough QTs and enough interims that come marksman, we're going to be giving out a first, second, third medal. Sharpshooter, first, second, third medal. Expert, first, second, third medal. Semi-pro, first, second, third medal. Pro, first, second, third medal. Overall, trophy, plaque, cool stuff, plus class stuff or category stuff. So, cool stuff going on. Go, what you got?
Carrie asks, are you doing medals for the Mike Voigt UPL match? Yes. We're doing QT medals for the UPL MVM match.
Yep. And remember, I mentioned it last week, and I will make sure I mention it at awards. I'm going to do whatever I can to remember. At awards this year, while we're doing shoot-offs. We are doing shoot-offs again for you guys that don't remember last year's shoot-offs. We should talk about shoot-offs. But while we're doing shoot-offs and while we're doing awards and while we're thanking the staff and while we're thanking the sponsors and while we're having some fun watching all these guys have some fun, I'm going to mention again that next year, Mike Vogt Memorial Pistol Match will be a very exclusive match. It will happen. It will be 60 shooters, 66 shooters, 72 shooters tops, and it will be a very exclusive group that will be required to sign up as fast as possible, get squatted where they want to be as fast as possible, and then it will be done. Okay? It's going to be an exclusive match, an exclusive group of people that want to shoot it every single year. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this year, if you're shooting both the pistol match and the multigun match, or just shooting the pistol match, when you get your match shirt, you're going to notice that on your sleeve it says MVM 2019, and that means that you shot the Mike Vogt Memorial 2019 match. And if you want that MVM 2020, you're going to have to be in that exclusive group. Okay, just warning you now. I don't want to hear it when we're a week out from the match and people are trying to get in the match. They're like, I don't understand. Understand.
Not really exclusive.
It's not exclusive. It's just the fact that this is the Safariland Expedition Multigun National Championship, and we want to have as many slots available for all 8 divisions to compete at this national championship. And we're going to make sure that we have as many slots as absolutely possible in that match. But it's very, very important to me, and I'm going to continue to stay passionate about having the Mike Vogt Memorial Pistol Match as a part of this match. That's for sure. It's important to me.
Yeah.
And I'm the match director.
We just want to maximize the schedule for Multigun.
And I'm the match director.
So, you know.
So I make the decisions. And
Safariland.
And Mike's the man.
Greg says Michael Kelly is so dreamy.
What? Ew. What just happened?
The Michael Kelly is so dreamy.
What? How did we just get sideways here?
I'm just reading them as
all right, cool. What's Jeff got?
So what if I have only level 1 QTs in one of the divisions I am shooting, but I have 2 of them?
2 of what? 2 QTs or 2 divisions?
2 level 1 scores, I think.
Jeff, if you have 2 level 1 scores, then my staff is going to take those 2 level 1 scores, average them, figure out your possible QT at level 1, and that will become your interim QT into the Safariland match. So let's just say your 2 scores equal expert. You will come to the Safariland match. You will fight for those expert medals. Hopefully you rise to the occasion, win one of them, and go home and keep working towards completing your QT. One level QT in one of the divisions I am shooting. But I have 2 of them. You might have 2 divisions. 2 QTs in open. So we'll average them together. We'll get a score, and you will be competing in open in that. So I'm guessing you're shooting a 2nd division, and in that other division you have a full QT. Is that correct? Cody Leeper, what's up? We'll see you Tuesday, buddy, or late Monday, whenever you get here. Michael Derrick, how you doing, sir?
Well, then the average is 100%.
Well, then it sounds like you're doing pretty darn good at your local club there, Jeff.
That's easy.
So you will be coming as a pro, and I hope you do your job. And your job will be to show up to these major matches and perform at a level higher and above than you normally shoot. You guys, competition should require you, and you should be able to rise to the occasion. Okay, there's so many things in competition where you see world records being broken year after year after year. Those world records are broken at these high-level events. People peak and they train for them. So don't cram for the test. Don't this week be in your basement dry firing and loading shotgun shells. Go out to the range, work on some skills, work on your techniques that you're lacking, work on the things that you have some troubles with in match environment, and then show up to the Safariland match. Don't forget it's a 15-stage marathon, guys. One of the things people forget about these bigger matches is I don't run 10-stage matches like you go everywhere else. This is a 15-stage match, and these stages are bigger than they've ever been because we have more time in the day because of the 2 schedules instead of the 3 schedules. So this will be a more difficult match, a more challenging match, a true national championship for the EMG rulebook. I'm super excited about it. Show up, rise to the occasion. We'll see you guys at the trophy table. What's Adam got?
It looks like a rap.
Oh.
Like, do you want me to read it out loud?
Yeah, I want you to rap it. No, you gotta rap it.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. I feel like there's a
Boom.
tune here that I'm not aware of, but...
Can I?
Not too loud. Excuse me, sir. Seeing in how the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we keep the PC on the QT? Because if it leaks to the VC, he could end up MIA, and then we'd all be put on KP. Are you with me?
Adam must have hit his head ice climbing. Oh, there goes that phone. Adam must have hit his head ice climbing. The vice president is such a VP. Shouldn't keep politically correct on the QT. The quiet, the down low VC, Viet Cong. Missing in action. Awesome, Adam. Love it. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. All right, let's move on. I'm lost.
Brian and Bill get it because they laugh.
Bill does not get it. Bill rolls around in the mud. He doesn't know what that means.
He says, have you ever seen Good Morning Vietnam?
God, yeah, Adam, when I was like your age, which is like 35 years ago. I don't know.
I've never seen
You weren't born when it was out. Robin Williams was the star of the show, and he did a radio show in Vietnam, and there was this, and he. Now I remember, because now I'm seeing it from the Robin Williams, but you were dead. Robin Williams was dead before you were born, so you don't even know who Robin Williams is. Good job, Adam. Right on. Way to bring it back. Adam, my brain doesn't work very well. I hit it a few times. I've been knocked out more than once, and things are gone. I lost them. Anyways, what you got?
Jeff is open in 2x4. Have a level 4 semi-pro in 2x4 already.
Right on, Jeff. All right. So you're fighting for. He has a level 4 semi-pro in 2x4. So I'm assuming you have a semi-pro coin, and you're coming in open and 2x4. So do your job, work hard, do it right, stay clean, and let's get you that pro medal. Go home with some medals and some coins. That'd be cool. Cody, what's up?
Cody said you guys would be proud. I just finished actually practicing.
I believe you are practicing, sir. I think you should be practicing. I'm very excited to see Cody Leaper's venture into his new division, for those of you who don't know. For those of you who have battled against the great Cody Leaper over the years, myself included, I've got a plaque right up there on the wall that says I was the first place person overall at a match, and then there's a little one right next to it that says I was only second place the next year, because Cody Leaper stomped on me. So, for those of you out there that have ever been face-to-face with the Cody Leaper in limited or in TAC, and know what it feels like to be worked over by the Cody Leaper that says, I don't have a lot of time to practice, we've moved Cody Leaper to the open division, where it's going to require some practice for him to keep up with some of the greatest, fastest, most talented shooters on the planet. I'm excited for you, Cody. I'm excited for the team. I'm excited to see what you got. Excited to see you run the new shotgun, which is just insanely cool. I can't talk enough about it yet, but we'll talk a whole bunch about it when we see you. And yeah, so stoked. So I'm glad you're practicing, bro. Got a long year ahead of you. It's going to be a good year.
Pat Kelly's joined us.
What's up?
Jack Copeland.
What's up?
Pat Daniels, Jason B, KCP, Taylor B. Okay.
Jason B, what's up?
Adam said, watching you guys try to figure that out was the highlight of my night.
Jason B, I'm pretty sure Dottie got your belt in, finally.
Bill said it was a great movie. Adam said, oh yeah, sorry about driving over your awning at Surefire, my bad.
Did I even bring that up? I probably forgot about that too, Adam. Thanks for reminding me. Probably forgot about that. Free Willy.
Free Willy. Oh, I mean Free Heavy.
Yeah, Pat, I'm not sure how we all here at USSL and the Rules Committee agrees currently where we are, but having the options was extremely beneficial to the local clubs running nationwide, and we do believe that it will evolve over the next year or so into just one division. But this year, for fun, we're going to play all three, and we're going to see how the numbers line up. And so at Safariland, we're doing free heavy at the USSO Grand Championship, or the Grand. It's actually the UML Championship match, which is in conjunction with the USSO Grand Championships. We'll be doing the full heavy there, and then we'll be doing the TAC 308 heavy that we've been doing every year at Safariland in October.
Surefire, you mean?
I'm sorry, in Surefire in October. And so we'll do all three this year right here, and then the team can take a look at the numbers and take a look at the comments and questions, and we'll move on, and we'll move forward from there. We'd really like to see some of the divisions. I know some of the pistol divisions are going to come together. We're going to shrink that. We've been discussing how to shrink some of the divisions, but letting people play the way they want to play and use the gear they want to use the gear they want to use. That's pretty for the shooters by the shooters.
I think so.
And that's what we're all about. So, what you got? Yep. We the people for the shooters by the shooters. United Shooting Sports League. Love that shirt.
Thanks.
What's Adam saying? What's he doing?
Said no, keep Cody intact. I was just talking trash last time. I didn't mean it. It was so rad to have someone that good to chase.
Sorry, Adam. Already made the move. He may do a little cameo intact, but no, already made the move. We've got him a new pistol on the way. He's going to get a dot put on that bad boy. We've got a new dissident arm shotgun, and he's going to put some dots on his rifles, which is just not fair. He's probably going to run around and just shoot long range with his diagonal half the time.
Standing.
Oh, okay. No. No. You know what's cool, Adam? Is that comment that you just saw just up above is that he's home practicing. That's the cool part again. And lighting a fire underneath him right there and making him want to think, I got work to do. That's pretty cool. So, Adam, TAC's all yours. Dominate. Show them what you got. We got a field intact. We got some bodies coming. But you're definitely at the top of that list. I know you can put together a solid match. I know you prefer a lot of physical stuff. The same thing I was when I first started shooting. That's why I love the Ironman match. First year, I got a 10th. Second year, I'm in 4th. And by the third year, I'm top 3 in multiples. How did I do that? I just worked hard and super hard. And was I the best shooter there? Probably not. Not yet. Maybe that third year. But reality was, I love the physical thing. I was physical. I'm not very physical anymore. I did get back in the gym a couple weeks ago, so that was pretty cool. But Adam, you got all the massive skills and all the speed, and you put that mental in and everything that you can accomplish. Even though my base style stages you say aren't your favorite, you have all the skills to put down just gnarly runs in my base. So the bays are what I got. There's a lot of reasons why we've evolved this. I'd like to talk about that a little bit. There's a lot of questions and comments about why we've gone the direction we've gone. When I finish with Adam and we answer the other questions, I'd like to talk about that just a little bit. But I really appreciate you coming out, man, because I know it's not your 100% cup of tea, but it's what we've got. This is the field that we've got, the terrain that we've got, the range that we've got, the facility that we have. In a dream world, I have a giant facility blocked by wind on all 4 sides with the ability to do anything that any of my shooters would ever want. I really hope you come down to the Bushnell match maybe this year, because we get to do 5 stages in natural terrain. At least we did last year, 5 stages natural terrain and 5 stages in the base. And to me, I thought that was really cool. Some great shooters like Jerry Mitchell came to that match and walked away saying that was a lot of fun to see both dynamics at one location. So. I hope we'll see you again at Surefire, because I know those big stages at Surefire can really let you shine. But I know you can do it at any level. Pretty stoked seeing you out there ice climbing and stuff, man. I was a rock climber for many years. I miss bouldering a lot. Went and saw free solo. Really motivated me. I think right the day we came home from free solo was the day I decided the next day to get back in the gym. Really motivated me, and I miss it. And your posts motivate me. So can't wait to see you. Jason, what the heck's he doing? Just what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Jason's still mad at me because I made him, I don't know, I asked him. He threw a third temper tantrum yesterday. He pulled a Paul Taylor yesterday.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it. It was comedy. Brian, what's up? What's Kelly?
Pat says, I love what you have done with Heavy. Test and see.
That means a lot right there coming from Pat Kelly, because we all know Pat Kelly, Heavy Dominator. limited Dominator, multi-gun Dominator over the years, pistol Dominator. Seeing what Pat Kelly's done over the years is absolutely insane, and seeing that he's still here hanging, and the fact that he's going to come to my events, I mean, how do you not, does that not just light your fire and just make you feel,
exciting.
Makes me feel like I got to step up my game and build some pretty awesome stuff, so I'm pretty excited about it.
It's been a while since we've seen Pat at the range. Adam Reiser says, I will for sure be at Surefire.
Cool. Teddy Miller, what's up, the man? Those of you who did not get the information to go to the USSL website, ussleagues.com, and log in, and go to your login and log in so that you can identify that your address and current email information is correct. So, perfect example, Paul Taylor showed up and said, hey, I got this warning message that it wasn't correct. So I contacted Casey Ryan. She went ahead and looked into the system. She found out that his email was done incorrectly, fixed it. Now Paul can log in, and that's the system that we're working on right now. That's the point to it. Thank you. You can't even thank you. I thank everybody, but I don't even. There's no words to describe what we have to do for the Teddy Miller and everything that he's done for the USSL to take us to that next level, and bring us to a point where now you guys have a login. Now we can start inputting the scores. We already have them all, and Casey's got access to them all. We all have them. We have them in databases, all in the OneDrives and everything. So now we can get all that stuff implemented. We can really get the scores in there. We get to a point where you'll know what QTs and interim QTs you have going into events. Because we here locally, we will do all the research to make sure it's correct. But come district time, when we start going to the Magpul match and the District 1, the District 2, and District 13 in these matches, some of those matches might not have the staff to do all the research that we're going to do. So we're going to assist them and do that research for them and help out as much as we need to and as much as we can nationwide. But Teddy Miller,
thank you, Teddy.
all the way up here, bro. All the way up here.
You
Out
can't
of
even
control.
see his hand, it's so high.
All the way up here. Can't go any higher. Look, I've only been working out 2 weeks. Look at my bicep.
Greg Hayes says, Free Solo is nuts. He watched it today.
Yeah,
It
nuts.
was nuts. Weren't your palms sweaty the whole time?
Nuts. Just nuts. Just the thought of the level, of the difficulty of that climb, too. Adam could probably explain it just as much or better. I know Adam's actually climbed at that level. I don't know. I don't think I ever made it to that level. The grade of that climb up in the higher 12 range on a couple of the pitches. And yeah, there's a lot of parts of that climb that maybe were in the 10 range, but up in the upper 12 range on some of those pitches, just absolutely insane to put together those moves. These difficult bouldering sequences that we would do on the ground with crash pads. Yeah, I would argue with a lot of people. I would argue for a long time. I've been around athletics a long time, and I would argue, and I've been a rock climber. I am a rock climber. I would argue that was, if not the argumentatively top 3 most physical and mental conquests in human history. I mean, overall. Unbelievable what was accomplished there. Crazy. Yes. What you got?
So Taylor's comment is in reference to saying Jason pulled a paw and had a tantrum.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And he said he pulled a paw. He made Chubbs bring him clays in a chair.
Paul, did you hear that? Taylor Bunton's dogging you, bro.
He's probably asleep.
What's Brian got?
Did you ever have a conversation or think about whether or not, should you choose to use a third gun, do you need to engage 3 targets with it?
No. Good job, Brian. Way to bring it back up. Minimum target engagement. I'm pretty sure the rule's written. Minimum target engagement is 3 per gun. So yes, I would say if you choose to go to, I'm not going to put my face down in the rule book. I'll scan forever. If you choose to go to a third gun, you're going to need to engage and hit 3 targets with that gun. There'd be no point to going to a third gun, a third gun for less than 3. I don't have that anywhere out there. If there's slugs, there's 3 or 4. If there's rifle targets, there's 3, 4, or 5. If there's shotgun targets, there's dozens. If there's paper, there's plenty. So I don't see that ever coming into play. The other difference is this year, when we started 2x4 and we really started evolving EMG, there was a lot of places where we put dump stations at the beginning and the end of a stage, letting people have the ability to shoot a gun, get rid of it, and then shoot the other one all the way to the end, or shoot a gun all the way to the end, get rid of it, and just shoot the other one for a few rounds. You're not going to see that at the 2019 Safariland Expedition. You're going to see a couple of stages that have multiple dumping transition stations based on mirror stages or left to right, right to left, giving shooters the option to go the way that they should go, the safe way. But you're going to see a lot of stages where the dump transition station is right in the middle of the stage, which means you're going to shoot a gun to there, shoot another gun to the end, and if it is a stage where I think you might use 3 guns, you're probably going to find 3 dump transition stations. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a couple stages where you might want to use 3 guns at the 2019 Safariland Expedition.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Teddy says, "What's up?" Kevin Moran
This is
says, "What's up, everyone?"
What's up? What's up? Teddy's waving.
Teddy's got his hand up here. Brian said, "I would think so, but just curious in case the question comes up for us senior stage managers."
45 minutes in.
Are you going to go back to that thing you were going to talk about?
Let's talk about something. Again, a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and there's been some stuff trolling around, and I do my best when something's going around to not get involved in it. And a lot of times, if I see some really good comments, I just get on there and I'll write, "Hey, this is Pete from United Shooting Sports Leagues, and this is my email, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'd be glad to answer them." So let me answer one of them right now. There's a lot of questions about why we chose to do what we're doing with our scoring, and why a lot of our matches are base stages, or they don't have lots of extremely difficult sequences, or extremely difficult individual gun challenges, if you will. Okay, I mean, I got to figure out how I want to word it correctly, but the bottom line is, one of the main reasons we started EMG is we lost our ability to shoot over our berms. We had to evolve and continue to still run Multigun for our local guys, and then we've gotten to a point now where we have some another place on the range to shoot some long range. Over the last 10 years, I've been to a lot of major matches. I've done fairly well at a lot of them. I'm a pretty good rifle shooter. I've seen some guys like Cody Leeper who are really great rifle shooters. I've seen events over the years, multi-gun events that were won by an individual who performed extremely well on the long-range stage and not as extremely well across the board with all 3 guns on all the other stages. Meaning somebody that made mistakes on many, many stages throughout the match did so well on the 1 or 2 extremely difficult long-range stages and then won the match. So I looked at that, and I'm guilty of being involved in that. Okay, so here's the proof. Not only did I think Cody Leeper win a surefire match based on 2 long-range stages, and I think another teammate of mine has won some pretty big matches. Myself, I went to a match shooting heavy. There was some high-level competition at this match. There was high-level guys that had won national championships in open, and high-level guys in TAC optics. And I went in heavy because we had 5 or 6 people in heavy. I was playing in the heavy division at that point, and all the other heavy shooters bailed out. And so the master director came to me and said, "Hey man, if you want, you could. I'll just lump your scores in with TAC optics. You know, is it the same? Probably not. Does my gun move and kick me a little bit more? Was I still running 2 on every piece of paper? Yes. Did I still have to run the same exact shotgun? Yes. Did I have a few less rounds in both my heavy gun and my pistol? Yes. But I shot the match in heavy. There was a very, very difficult long-range stage. I did not win every stage. I did not do perfect on every single stage. I was definitely behind the transitions of the open and TAC shooters on some of those stages, wielding the heavier gun and shooting the pairs and things like that. But on the long-range stage, I went 1 for 1 on a very difficult long-range stage, and I won that stage, and I ended up winning the overall of the match. So we didn't know until we did the scores, and what basically happened was they lumped me into TAC, and then they started doing awards, and then they figured out that in the overall, which in this rule book, this was when we had a rule book that had overalls, I won the whole thing overall, and I don't think I deserved to win that match overall. I just performed extremely well on the long range. So my point to all this, if you go to a match and it's a multi-gun match, and there's 2 stages, and they're predominantly governed by 400, 500 yard small targets from funky positions. And the guy who wins that stage wins the match, but doesn't win the other stages. Then in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, so you can take it for what it's worth, and you get on here and you can yell at me for it, I'm cool with it. In my opinion, you won a rifle match, not a multi-gun match. You won the rifle section, the difficult, far rifle technical section. How many people do you see training and practicing multi-gun? How many videos do you see on YouTube and Facebook about people practicing for multi-gun? They're standing behind a barrel or behind a table and they're doing gun manipulations. They're picking pistols up, putting them down, reloading them, loading rifles, loading shotguns. They're loading shotguns in their basement. They're running around stages. They're shooting plate racks, and they occasionally fire some long-range rounds. If the amount of rounds fired downrange at the Surefire World Multi-Gun Championships is 1,000 rounds, and 20 of those rounds are long-range rounds, those 20 rounds probably shouldn't dictate the winner of the match, since it's a multi-gun match. So, again, just my opinion. 100% my opinion, just giving you the reason why we've evolved into some of our long-range targets are larger than some people would like them to be. There's 2 things that happen on a long-range stage, and again, this goes back to my experiences. This is not my personal experiences as far as a shooter, it's my personal experience as a match director. The long-range stage in a match slows down the match flow by a lot. Everybody else is flowing through stages, and then they get to that long-range stage, and they're backed up by 2 squads, because the long-range stage, where all the other stages, no matter how big you make a bay stage, some great shooter is going to shoot it in 40 to 50 seconds. And if you make a 3-bay stage, where you got to run from one bay to another, you only shot for 40 seconds, but you sprinted around 2 berms for the other minute. It's a shooting match, so we want a shooting challenge and a shooting competition. And so again, my opinion, a shooting challenge should be a shooting challenge, not a sprinting challenge. And multi-gun, it's not the United, it's not the sprinting national championship. It's the multi-gun national championship. So again, hate me for it, get on there, I'm okay with it, put some comments in there, but bottom line is, to me, over the years I've had 2 experiences. I've seen people dominate a long-range stage because they're a great long-range shooter. Maybe they shoot some PRS, maybe they just did really well, maybe they understand that position, maybe it's their local club, and this is what people are guilty of, guys, and they just know the positions, they know the angle of that tower, they know the angle of that rifle position, they know the best way to get into that, and people coming from other places don't. So you don't see that stuff at a lot of the big matches that we do here. You don't see ramps and towers and funky things. We're planning on building some for the rifle portion of the USSL Grand Nationals, but I'm guaranteeing you that they will not be placed into local matches. They're going to be built, and then they're going to be held, and then they're going to be placed in that match, and then they're going to be used for local matches for the next year. 2 things. 1, if you dominate the long-range stage and you win the match, but you didn't dominate any of the other stages, you won a rifle match, not a multi-gun match. And 2, if the rifle stage is worth 100 points, and all these other stages are worth 100 points, and the other stages are 20, 30 seconds, and then the rifle stage is 2 minutes, and we all know misses 2 seconds, and they start to add up, and you go to war with the target, and now you're all 20, 30, 40 seconds behind the winner. It's a lot of points that takes place. So those are 2 of the biggest reasons why you've seen what you've seen in a lot of my events over the years. It's not that I don't love going to an event and doing well in the long-range stage and bringing home one of these. I've done it. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I know exactly where you're coming from. But as a match director, my goal is to make sure that the match flows perfectly for all stages. And it also, as a match director and as the creator, if you will, or the president of the United Shooting Sports Leagues, for the shooters, by the shooters, it's my goal that a brand new shooter can come to my event and compete and finish every stage. He doesn't go home on the long-range stage timed out with 72 misses. That's not my goal. My goal is that he comes, and yes, he shoots the stage 3 times longer than Cody Leeper does, but he finishes the stage. He doesn't time out. It doesn't clog up the match. Everybody has the ability to hit the targets. The best shooters will just hit them faster. And does that mean you don't get as far ahead on the long-range stage as you might be used to at, say, a match where there's one stage with 20 long-range targets and nothing else to do? Yeah, you probably don't gain as much on my long-range stage, but it's a multi-gun match. It's not a long-range match. So those are the two things. And then that feeds into how our scoring system works. Fastest time sets the stage point, so all the stage get balances. And that's how we're doing at UPL, and that's how we're doing at UML, and that's how we're doing at URL, and that's how we're doing at USL. And here's the reason why that. In the beginning, when I started shooting a whole bunch, I was shooting mostly USPSA pistol, and I'd go to these big national championship matches like the single stack nationals, where there's 400 people shooting the exact same division, and the field was so tight that me and my competitors were winning or losing by less than 1/10. And if you're winning or losing by less than 1/10, that gives you the ability to fight every single foot placement, every single Charlie, every single thing you do for another place. And if you're losing or winning by 50 points, which is what I saw happening at a lot of really big multigun matches, is you were 5th place and the 6th place person was 50 points away from you. That 6th place person had no chance of catching you. Once you had that lead, you had that lead. So my goals were, A, I couldn't shoot over my berms anymore, so I had to evolve for my game. I wanted it to be a multi-gun race. I wanted it to be an extremely tight race. I really enjoyed the pistol tight races where I felt like I could fight for every single point. And now, in the United Multi-Gun League, with our scoring system and how fast everything is going to be at Safariland, you're going to be fighting for every single Charlie, every single point, every single foot placement, every single fumble, draw, reload, gun transition. Those things are going to A, cost you, or B, those efficient 1.9 second gun transitions are going to be the things that are going to help you win the match. Weapon manipulation skills, marksmanship skills, some physical movement through the stage, obviously your brain and how you break down the stage and game the stage, and now with all the different options in this book of stages, the ability to pick the guns that work best for you, and then go and we give you a beep and you solve the problem based on what you're best at, based on what that stage is presented to you. And so if you have the ability to use a gun that you're maybe a little bit better at than another gun, and your opponent uses 2 totally separate guns or a different gun, it's really exciting to me to see how that's all going to play out. And I know that was long-winded, that was over 10 minutes, but fast forward to it, listen to it. By no means am I saying that the other style doesn't work or that I don't like it. I love it, and I would love to go shoot it. And we did it at the Bushnell match. We had 5 stages that were huge, strange stages, and there was tons of shooting in them and tons of movement, and they were very physical. And then Jerry Mitchell showed up, and he still dominated, and he still did great in the open division.
But I felt like you were if you were covering a lot of distance, you were shooting most of the time. So
I didn't shoot the match. Tony did, but again, like Tony's saying, instead of like a sprint for no reason, even if you were running, there was always something to shoot at. And there were still times where people thought it'd be better just to shoot here, sprint, shoot here, sprint, shoot here, rather than try to shoot on the move. But the main thing, what I didn't want to get into, was pick up a gun here, shoot it, drop it, run. Pick up a gun, shoot it, drop it, run. Pick up a gun, shoot it, end of stage. I want to try to avoid that. Doesn't mean that it can't exist out there. We're going to have 2 box-to-box-to-box stages at the 2019 Safariland Surefire World Multigun. We adopt all styles into that match, and we're happy to do it, and it's really fun to watch it all play out. But these are the reasons why, guys, it's not just personal. It's not what I think, but I decide it has to be. I've gone to my guys, I've gone to the shooters, I've gone to my staff, and yes, there's still a lot of people that maybe don't come to my events because they want a more physical challenge or they want a bigger long-range match. You got great events all over the country where you can go to, bro, and I'm okay with that. Go enjoy doing what you like to do for the shooters, by the shooters, but also shoot what you like to shoot. If you like IDPA, shoot IDPA. You like USPSA, shoot USPSA. You like 3-Gun Nation, shoot 3-Gun Nation. If you like big physical stages, go to HOG, go to all the hard as hell stuff, the Rocky Mountain, the old Ironmans, if we can bring that bad boy back. Go do what you like to do. Just keep shooting, keep having fun. Be positive about shooting in a general factor altogether. These are my examples of why we've evolved into the direction that we have, and we now have a multi-gun event that will be tested on all levels, on all guns, with a lot of decisions based on a very solid mix of your multi-gun skills, your weapons handling skills, your transitional skills, some physical movement, your brain power, and it's going to be a tight race, an extremely tight race, and that tight race is going to be fun to watch.
So, we have a lot of comments to read.
Okay, and we'll get through them in 2 minutes, and we're out.
You can't talk for like 10 minutes on each comment, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are we? let's just start back up with this question from Kevin Moran. 2x4, we have the option of using more than 2 guns like Surefire. Locally that has been debated as some read the rules that 2x4 restricts the shooter to 2 and only 2 guns for the stage.
Negative. Look up on USSL, UnitedShootingSportsLeagues.com. Look up, click on the Multigun logo, and then you can go ahead and click on the rules version 1.6, which is what we're representing at the Safariland match, and it does not restrict you to just 2 guns. Nowhere in the rulebook on any division are you restricted to just 2 guns.
Brian Otrambo responds, can use 4 guns if you want, as long as there's a safe and appropriate dump.
Bingo. Go.
Right. That was my understanding. Thanks for the confirmation.
Awesome.
Carrie said the 2x4 2-gun only. So, that's not, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing's 2-gun only. Guarantee you guys people are going to use 3 guns on the stage in this match. Guarantee it.
Romeo says, I have no talent in long range.
Romeo, I watched you shoot long range at the SHOT Show match. It wasn't no talent. It had nothing to do with no talent. You need to come to one of my rifle classes, or you need to just hang out with me on the range for about a half hour. That's all it would take, Romeo. I watched you shoot, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but I wanted to help you so bad. A half hour, Romeo. I can show you some stuff on rifle positions that I watched what you were doing, and I can show you some things that would help you tremendously. Actually, I did it at the SHOT Show match 2 years ago for Hyperfire Trigger Company. I took those 3 guys and I showed them some stuff. And on the very next stage, they cut their time in half that they did the day before. It was insane. So, I got you, bro. Come see me.
Greg Hayes says, people live or die on long range.
That's for sure. And I'm not a great, Cody Leaper's a great long range shooter. This girl, this is a great long range shooter. This girl is an Iron Maiden. Won the Ironman match. How'd you do at Rocky Mountain?
I think I took first that year.
I think you did. I think you're also Rocky Mountain champion. These are matches that have some extreme long range. And not that Tanya isn't great in all 3 guns, but she had the ability to pull out some pretty awesome stuff. I did the same exact thing at several matches. I love long range. I hate watching half the field timeout. I hate watching half the field run out of ammo. I hate watching half the field shoot, reload, shoot. Yes, should they go get a class? Yes, should they go learn how to zero their gun better? Yes. But there's also this thing called MOA, and there's also guns that aren't as high level as your JP rifles that we're all shooting. And we have to allow those shooters to have the ability to bring what gear they own to the match, shoot, and still finish. Maybe they're finishing with the marksman, but they're still finishing. If I can not time out a shooter, if I can let shooters have a good time, if shooters leave and they go, you know what, I had an amazing time. That stage kicked my butt. I know I got things I got to work on, but I had an amazing time, thank you. And I don't hear that when you time out a shooter. I walk around the range with either Safariland, Liberator, Ear Pro, which are volume, and I can hear everything, or I walk around the range with, I'm shedding my secrets right now, or I walked around the range with House of Hearing sound gear, shoved in my ears, volume all the way up. I hear everything. I don't do that because I'm eavesdropping. I do that because I'm listening to help. I'm listening to my staff. I'm listening to things that are going on. I want to be able to assist and help whenever I possibly can. So I wear that ear protection out there, and I hear a lot. And I hear shooters when they come off the line after they've been timed out, and they're not happy at all. Go.
Some clarification about where to find the most current rules. Teddy got in there saying, we haven't taken the old standalone UML page down yet. Thank you for the reminder. The new page is ussleagues.com/UML.
Okay.
Let's see. Adam Reiser says, I feel like most UML matches have replaced long-range rifle, has been replaced with 50-yard offhand rifle, which is different but just as challenging and has the same ability to separate the pack. A student of mine hit me up asking what to practice for a P match, and I told him to just get damn good at 50-yard offhand rifle.
Yeah, true that, Adam. We're getting even worse at this Safariland. I think there's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. maybe 14 or 15 T-post targets, which is new to our environment. So the MGM T-post targets, and we've got some 4 by 6 inch tall targets on those, and some 6-inch hexagon targets on those. I have one stage that's got some bigger targets where I'm daring you to shoot rifle or pistol at them because you can get closer to them. But yeah, 50-yard offhand is definitely challenging. I made a mistake a couple years ago at the shoot-offs at the Surefire match, and I put a plate rack at 80 yards offhand, and people went to war with it. These are the best shooters in the world, and they were going to war with it. So definitely always listening, always evolving, always learning. There's going to be long range at the UML Championship match in May. There's going to be some really difficult long range, harder, smaller targets at the rifle portion of the USSL Grand Match in May, and then of course we'll have some long range back out there again for the Surefire match, as well as we're looking at a URL state match, if you will, by the end of the year, which will be really cool. So it'll be probably 10 to 11 stage, all rifle, some far, some fast burner, a lot of 50-yard stuff. So, cool stuff. Thanks, man. Kevin.
Kevin says, thanks for the link, Teddy. Brian says, to Adam, and precise at 50 yards at that, it's usually a much smaller target. Kevin says, 3.6. Rifles, PCCs, and shotguns shall be fitted with a stock, enabling it to be fired from the shoulder. Does this mean that braced pistols such as a 9mm AR platform are no longer allowed, considered PCCs?
I think that stems from the pistol without stock at all, where it was just a buffer tube. I would have to talk to the guy, the rules team, the 3 gentlemen that discussed the rules. I know we've discussed allowing the braces on the PCCs, no problem. So I wouldn't stress over that too much right now, Kevin. I would talk to your range master as soon as you hit the ground. If you're coming to Safariland, find your range master as soon as you hit the ground while you're walking stages and get clarification from him. If you need clarification before you come to the match, send me an email, pete@ussleagues.com. I will send it over to the rules guys and get you an answer prior to the match.
Carrie said 6.9.4 overrides that in PCC only division, but 2x4 would still be a question.
Okay, good job, guys.
6.7.2, no limitations on any firearm. Maybe that allows for braced PCC pistols.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, keep it coming. And if you got a serious question and we can't answer it here on the live TMP show, send me an email, pete@ussleagues.com, and I will get over the rules, guys, and get you a correct answer. I personally don't write the rules. I'm not on either one of the rules boards. I oversee them both and constantly tell them the exact same thing. For the shooters, by the shooters. We don't have history, so we're not basing rules based on what's been done in the past. We don't have history. We have for the shooters, by the shooters. What's best for the shooters, and as long as it's not unsafe, we're usually pretty good with it. Keep going.
Romeo says, sounds like a plan, Pete.
Brian, yeah, we should make Brian the match director of the 2019 URL State Championship match. What do you think, Brian? Carrie, what you got?
I knew 2 guns was gone, but my comic got split above. No problem. Kevin says, yeah, just making sure I don't show up for 2x4 open and can only use 3 guns. Yeah.
Kevin, again, if I didn't answer it, if we can't answer it in the rules, send me an email, pete@ussleagues.com, and we'll hook it up. Okay, we're 1 hour and 8 minutes into the live TMP show. We're gonna get that.
Go through a few of these.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap. Let's do a little folder unboxing.
Speed unfoldering.
Speed unfoldering. We'll wrap it up and we'll close this out with the 2019 Safariland Expedition prize folder. Some cool stuff you guys are coming to fight for. Again, a humongous prize table from awesome sponsors, over $75,000 in inventory so far, with more sponsors' products still waiting to show up. We can't wait for the match. The stages are looking awesome. I got this cool book full of stages. Here, you want to see them? There's the stage. There's the stage. There's the stage. You guys just hit pause. There's another one. There's another one.
Okay, ready?
Go.
3, 4, 5. 6 gun certs from Ruger.
Boom.
There's a few different kinds.
Boom.
The SR 1911.
Boom.
The Ruger PC carbine.
Boom.
And the Ruger AR 556 MPR.
Boom. Thanks, Ruger. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ruger. Thank you, Ruger.
Ooh, I know somebody who's now sponsored by Ruger and works shooting with Ruger. I can't tell anybody.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Why even bring it up?
I don't know. I just was saying I know a new sponsored shooter by Ruger.
Okay. Next
No,
up.
it's not Bill Pags. Bill, stop. Thumbs upping. It's not Mud Boy. Boom!
3 gun certs from Glock.
Glock. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
And
If you didn't check out the Tawny unboxing video of Savage Rifles, we got 5 rifles from Savage Arms on your prize table at the 2019 Safariland Expedition Multigun National Championship.
last couple of things here. Maybe I showed these the other day.
You did. You did. We already saw the bearers.
6 Hour.
The bearer.
The teddy bear. One more. The P
Yep, I saw those.
365 pistol. Thank you, 6 Hour. That's all I got in my folder right now. So.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's scroll it down, make sure we close it out. For those of you who have friends that are not on Facebook and are asking questions and looking for information on upcoming events, obviously right now it's all things Safariland. We're going to be discussing a whole bunch of stuff going on around the country in the districts over the next few weeks, leading up into the USSL Grand Championship match. We'll be then discussing all things USSL Grands, and then we're going to be moving into those district championships where we're going to put 100% of the effort to supporting those district matches, including the Limcat Custom UML District 1 Championship and all that good stuff. Stages, really, Bill? Really?
Are you designing stages?
Not Bill keeps doing that, Mud Boy. Hey, Bill, have you got me your site tour yet so I know the size of all my bays? Pin it back on Bill. Mm-hmm. Peace out, Bill. Peace out, Blair Cooper. Peace out, world. Peace out.
Brian says, as long as Michael Kelly is in, I need his evil for URL.
Peace out, Tony.
Peace out.
Thank you, guys. See you.
See you soon.
See you soon. Rock on. It's Safariland. 2 weeks.